Hello and welcome again to Womb of Wisdom. We're particularly very excited that we have the opportunity to come into space and share, these thoughts with you. We thank you in advance for supporting this great job with your subscription, likes, shares, comments, questions, contributions, emails, text messages, gifts, and tokens to get the conversation going. We're still discussing the topic social media stressing children. Social media stressing children. I guess you would agree with me that there is a degree of stress that is on children from social media. And these statistics highlights the need for parents, educators, and mental health professionals to be aware of the potential risk associated with the internet and social media use in children, and to work together to promote healthy screen habits and provide support to children who may be experiencing stress or other negative effect as a result of their online activity. There are more statistics for us to look at. Some of the stress children are dealing with as a result of their interaction with the internet and social media. It includes number one, sleep disturbance. The blue light emitted by the smartphones and other digital devices can disrupt the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep. According to a survey by the National Sleep Foundation, an estimated 90% of children and teenagers have at least one electronic device in their bedroom, and 58% of those devices are smartphones. This can lead to sleep disturbance, which can contribute to stress and other negative outcomes. Number two, online gaming. Online gaming can be a source of stress for children who become overly invested in their virtual identities or who are exposed to toxic online communities. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, an estimated 97% of boys and 83% of girls aged 13 and 17 play video games. While most children who play video games do not experience significant negative outcomes, some may become addicted or develop other problems that can lead to stress and other issues. 13 years and 17 years, 97% of boys and 83% of girls. Number three, online predators. Children who can use the internet and social media may be vulnerable to online predators who seek to exploit their naivety and trust. According to a study by the Crime Against Children Research Center, an estimated 1 in 5 children aged 10 to 17 have been sexually solicited online. This can cause significant stress and trauma for children and their families. I'll try and come up and do something on trauma in children. I probably will do that right after this. It's very important that we address some of these things, and we create the awareness that if we find tools and places parents can go to get help, we would encourage parents to go get help. We'll encourage parents to be more vigilant and know what the child is doing around the internet and social media. Number four, exposure to disturbing content. Children who use the internet and social media may be exposed to disturbing or upsetting content, including violent or sexual images, hate speech, and other harmful material. According to a survey by the National Cybersecurity Alliance, an estimated 30% of parents report that their child has been exposed to inappropriate content online. This can lead to stress and other negative outcomes for children. I mean, typically, I can imagine it can be very disturbing for a parent to realize that the child has been exposed to something in their blind side, only to find out it is inappropriate for them. I mean, if you are on a live program or you watch this later, please put through if you have any experience along these lines and what your advice and suggestions are, because we can use the internet to build a better society. Um, and if we have that opportunity, we should explore it and not allow ourselves to be overtaken by some of these things, because I can imagine a parent who would find out that a child has gone too deep into some of these inappropriate content, and they are taken by surprise, and they are rather being told by a friend, a teacher, outside the home. It can make a parent very frustrated that where did I go wrong? Where did I miss out? And all of that. So, if there are some experiences that can be shared on the page, or even continue the conversation, in and around the home, that should be really good. What is also interesting, talking about online gaming seem to bring some fun at home. I mean, fathers are able to join their children to play and have some good family time, whilst mom is around or busy checking up on something. And occasionally, you can have both mom and dad join children and play, video games and all of that. It's really a kind of an opportunity for family to have a good time at home and not necessarily having to drive out or spend so much money just to have family time. The part that is pretty disturbing is when to say it's enough, amongst the children. Obviously, children would not feel happy when they have to drop what they're using as sport or games or entertainment. But if you help the children to know that they have time that they play on the phone and time that they do other activities, because it looks like there's internet and social media is coming in the way of children learning social skills and interacting with other people and learning other you know recreational skills. For example, playing organ. Yes, you can learn that online, but when you learn it online and you are not exposed to many people and how people relate and interact and build communication skills and skills that would improve your interaction going forward after school, career, relationship, marriage, and you ultimately becoming a parent and raising other children as well, we would have more challenging issues come up at the age the child become a parent. They did not get opportunity to build these social skills to help them relate well, and so they are going to be having challenge. So you can imagine a parent or a child not a parent who did not get the training and development and the exposure that could make them better communicators, becoming a parent raising other children could be quite challenging. And so in as much as we would like children to learn stuff online, which would be the best way to go, and make some good friends, because there are some good stuff online as well. Everything online is not bad. There are things beautiful online. There are children who are influencers. There are different people who influence children along the lines of developing good character, becoming responsible in the society, and all of that. But we would have to have a good mix of what children get to learn on the internet and social media, and what they have to physically go online. I have one of my nephews that plays very good soccer. I think he's the American something. He won a very big award. His name is Sami Nyaneka. You can look him up. He's a great footballer. He likes he plays very well, and he doesn't miss his training and all of that, and he has time online. He stays on, social media and all that, but he's also very particular what he spends his time on. He would watch soccer, he would play soccer, and the next is his books and few friends, um, and very exemplary, um, a young man, growing, growing very nice. The same is what every parent would want to have for their children. Um, Giving them an opportunity to use the internet, and also having time to regulate what they learn on the internet and how they go about it, getting them to do what makes them happy in terms of games and sport. But there again, you keep your eyes around, get alerts, be able to spend a time review in a week, in a month, where the child has gone on the social media, and whether you need to get other pages blocked, you can do that. And control the time they spend online as well. Chat with them, let them learn to put the phone away when it's time to make a conversation, when you're at the dinner table, when you have finished cooking and you want to have a discussion, get to know what their day, how their day went. Take some time to do that, for them to build some awareness that I need to have a little time with family to chat. Let the phone stay away. Children, yeah, they have TVs in their bedrooms. They have phones with them. They will be under the blanket and they will be watching the phone. They will always go like that, watching the phone, and problems with the neck. They have a name, they call it. And all of that. You'd want to be part of it and be with these children and make them feel and know that the internet and social media are not all through and through a bad, system. They are very good and helpful tools. They would have to know how to use it, so it can be beneficial to them. Um, the conclusion here says these statistics demonstrate the complex and multifaceted nature of the challenges that children face when using the internet and social media, and highlights the need for parents, educators, and mental health professionals to remain vigilant and proactive, promoting healthy online habits and supporting children who may be experiencing stress or other negative outcomes as a result of their internet and social media use. So you would want to have children, supported, and um, maybe to say police them in a way to make sure that they don't stray. Because once I had one management quote that I find it very inspirational. It says the brain is a powerful tool that once it is exposed to a powerful idea, does not shrink back to its original, size. So you are very careful what you put or expose children to, because if you get one thing wrong into their mind, it can be very hard to get them back. Um, the other part that I am also very much concerned about is the exposure to the disturbing content. Is very, very important. Gun violence and all of that, these are very big concerns for societies, and when these tools get into the hands of children, sometimes it does not end well. And so you would want to be mindful of what children are exposed to. Too much violence, obviously, can induce children, considering that, and, acting and using that as, oh, it's normal. But um, obviously, it's not. You don't want children to want to, use guns as a means of expressing anger or frustration or depression, you would want to keep these things away from them as much as possible. If you have any of these, weapons at home, know where to keep them, because if they see stuff online, they can be exposed and they will try it. I remember when we were young, we would take the comb, as our gun, because in our mind that's sufficient for a gun, and we would just take it and act like we're shooting. Today you have guns all over, and you would want to have your children not have anything to do with guns. Hopefully they don't get attacked by anybody who also uses gun, and all of that. These are some of the things you'd want to be mindful children are not exposed to. So many things, so many things. The internet has become like, the whole world in your palm, kind of. You can turn to any country, you can turn to any community, you can turn to, and you can find anything you're looking for, from what you would never come close to weird and stuff that you wonder if they ever existed. Some you could only read them from books or watch them in some fiction movie, but basically it's something you would want to be mindful about. Let me see, I think I got a few stuff we could look at again. Maybe if I can add another 3 minutes, we'll be able to add 1 or 2 points more, and then we can end this session. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up again on with part 3 of social media stress in children, and then we can look at what parents could do for help, and what parents could do to help their children as well. I would like to end it here. I thank all of you for being there and participating. I do appreciate it. I thank you all. And parents, keep doing what you're doing. Caregivers, keep doing what you're doing. Professionals, keep doing what you're doing. Somebody would have to do something, some way, somehow. And so if you happen to have answered to the call, yes, to do it, I would encourage you to do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for humanity. And let nature hear you. Let nature see you, that you're taking care of her. And obviously, she is generous and she would reward you. Thank you very much. I would see you again in the next episode. Have a wonderful morning. Have a wonderful evening, and great day.